Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Good. Good. It looks usually takes one, sometimes two tries to get our live going. So, welcome. Let's take a moment. So grateful for you being here. Good morning, friend. Good morning. Good morning. There's so much to say. I feel Monday mornings for me, I'm getting download after download after download. It's a heavy recording day, so I spend the majority of the morning recording for here, for my membership group, for all over. I had set the intention as to what I was going to talk about today and then later in the week. And then I got a message that crows outside were going cuckoo. So I checked in with the crows. They were like, Sarah, you need to speak about this and all these different things. And so I recorded a big video for my membership group and a video for YouTube for tomorrow, talking about our integrity with our word and with our values and our belief systems. And it's so connected to Gemini and so connected to Venus going into Gemini, Venus Uranus conjunction Taurus, and the next week Uranus going into Gemini. There's so much to say. And really, I loved the phrase that had come through about it being like fresh air. Just, yes. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. And it's come up. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's been coming up all over. And it's something that is it's beautiful to honor and to talk about. And, I have a video that it will post tomorrow, and then I think the longer one I'll post in the membership group today. It's really just like I know that like I talk about this is who I work with and this is what but I really needed to name and recognize that leadership and sovereignty seeps into my practice. It seeps into my client sessions. It seeps into everything that I do. And naming that and saying these are the most aligned clients, these are the words that really are going to be in my practice, are going to be in what I teach. I found it to be really important because with share and wins, and I kind of talked about it on the Monday video on Instagram, whereas we can get swept up a little in so much air. We can get swept up. We can, how do I say, we can shape shift if we're like, chit-chatting with people. We're in a room, we're trying to make people feel comfortable. We're like, oh yeah, me too. Oh yeah, me too. Oh yeah, this, that. And we're like, that's not what I meant to say. That's not what I believe. It's not what I think. And oh, good. That's awesome. Feeling lighter. That's awesome. I'm excited for, I think, Susanna, you had mentioned as well that you're excited for Venus going into Gemini. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's something that I literally needed to stop and I needed to stop and record myself doing this happy dance this morning because I found that we get a mulligan. We get a literal mulligan for Uranus going into Gemini. So it was such a really cool theme that what did I write down? And I'll do a whole video on it, but I feel like everybody here will really appreciate it. Yeah. So the 4th of July, Venus conjuncts Uranus, 29 degrees of Taurus, goes into Gemini. And then a few days later, Uranus goes into Gemini. And then in September, we have our retrograde. November goes back into Taurus. And then on the, what is it, 4th of February, Uranus goes direct, 27 degrees of Taurus. Get this. Get this. On the 23rd of April, 2026, Venus conjuncts Uranus again at 29 degrees of Taurus. And then Venus goes into Gemini. And then on the 25th of April, Uranus goes fully into Gemini. It's Venus. It's Venus. It's Venus. Day after your birthday. Oh my goodness, that's going to be huge. Oh, oh my goodness. I really want to highlight this. And I love that after Venus and Taurus, we know We know what feels right. We enjoy all things, but listening and knowing we know to stay and knows what goes. Oh my goodness. Jeepers. Hello, hello. Taurus is jumping. It's a lot, Braden. It is a lot. It's so much happening and really labeling, like, we're feeling and giving it a word, giving it a title, I feel like can be really important. I feel like it can be really important to say, "I'm feeling ABZ. I'm feeling this. This is what's coming up for me. This is my beliefs. This is my integrity. This is what it is that I feel." All these different things, regardless of I'm just following every single side quest that comes in today because it's just we're doing it. When we're feeling big emotions and we are like, yes, yes, the year ahead, I think, is thumping. I agree. It's just so exciting. We're dipping our toes in the new energy. We're trying it on. We're trying on Neptune and Aries. We're trying on Saturn and Aries, and we're trying on Uranus and Gemini. And then next year, 2026, is going to be like the full stage performance. So we get to say, what is my integrity in this new energy? Am I going to let the winds adjust my course, or am I going to adjust my sails so I stay on my path, so I stay on track? Am I going to let every little wind, every little thought, every little thing shake, rattle, and roll me? Or am I going to stay grounded in my word and in my integrity? So much fresh energy, so much. And it's a beautiful thing. It's very, I don't have any of the actual like historical components that go with it, but it is so rare for all of these outer planets to be shifting into new energy all at the same time. Yes. Yes, 100% setting new foundations. This year is about setting new foundations and really letting whatever fell away in last year, whatever really shifted, let that be its own closed chapter and let this, we're at the middle of the year. We're at the middle of 2025. So we can really do some integration practices. You know, my favorite three questions when it comes to ending of cycles. What did I do well? What did I not do so well? Or what can I improve upon? Fully integrated. So I offer that to my members. I offer that to everyone here. Look back at June. What did you do well? What did you not do so well? Or what do you want to improve upon? And what is fully integrated? Look back also at the entirety of the first half of 2025. What were my New Year's intentions? What has come up for me? What big, broad brushstroke themes have really been coming about? Am I staying true to myself? What are my core values and belief systems? Who are the top 5 people? We talked about boundaries all last week and about how we need to articulate our boundaries, articulate what it is that we stand for and what we don't stand for, and whom, I'm not sure, who is safe to share with and all of that. That's so okay. When we have anger and we have those big emotions, it's so okay to really label and just say, I'm having a huge emotion right now. I'm triggered right now. Like, it's so okay to say that and to just give yourself that moment away from that person and just to say, this isn't you. I need to go deal with this on my own. It's a big, like, it's how feeling our emotions, but not acting out of them. Saying, I need to feel this. I need to time out. I need to go for a walk. I need to take myself away from this moment and labeling, saying, I'm having a big emotion. You don't have to name it, but just saying, I'm having an emotion that's taking over my human. Like, I make the joke because my natal Mars is in Taurus, where I'm like, I'm just seeing red in front of my eyes and I have to go walk over there. So I take this out in inappropriate ways on inappropriate people. I'm just like, this is a me problem. So I'm gonna just take myself off stage and go tend to that. Go be with myself and talk to your higher self, talk to your spirit team, sink into your breath, sink into your body. I thought I was going to talk about this now, but it's going to be later in the week. Whereas looking at what the elemental medicine that's missing, whether it be in a season or whether it be in our birth chart, that is, and medicine is in quotations. What do you mean by that? Hello, hello, hello. Beautiful. Big feel emotions have felt great when take swings for myself and I don't let energy vampires take my time. Beautiful. Vast improvement on last and beginning of year, being aware of own actions. Huge. Huge. That's awesome, Jonathan. That's huge. Taking your own advice from yourself, 100%. Like that's the only person. Just like how we say, when we make decisions, it's to make our inner child and our inner teenager proud. When we base our big decisions in life, future self, future self. That is the most important person. So, looking at some elemental medicine, and this is something I'm going to write something about, I might do a video on, but for this season, we have shifts going into air, we have heavy hitters that are fire, and we're in a water season. So, earth, grounding, that's what's missing. We can do this for our own birth chart as well, where I am an Aries sun, Capricorn moon, and a Scorpio rising. So I have fire, earth, and water. The big element that's missing from my chart is air. So sometimes just like when I get to drive and the windows are down, I feel so good. When I get to open the windows, like fresh air, feels so good. This shift into some air energy feels so good. It feels so good for my internal makeup. I'm like, yes, big changes, people identifying their own selves and speaking from our statements. Let's do it. Let's take it. Yes, huge, 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 beautiful. Yes, the external expression, beautiful, beautiful. That's great, Susanna. I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that. What else? I made some notes. Yes, yes. Talking about our mental values, what we talk about, think about, and prioritize. What are we, this was funny. What are we giving airtime to? Is it aligned with our truth? We can get caught up in a lot of different, and we learned this with Jupiter and Gemini. We can get caught up with the pop-up notification over here. Pay attention to this. Be afraid of this. Pay attention to this. You have no control over this. Blah, 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 blah. With Uranus going into Gemini and with Venus going into Gemini, take what we learned from the expansion of Jupiter and Gemini and say, where's my focus going? And give yourself 5 different screens and 5 different tabs open about that topic, about that thing. If you're integrating tarot, integrating astrology, integrating leadership, whatever it may be, when I'm reading my own chart, I've got computer open, I've got my own grid, I've got 5 different books open, but it's all astrology based. So allowing that to be there, allowing that to be what you expand and what you focus on. Water's missing from mine. Time to have fun for me. Join groups, maybe taking fun risks. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I started realizing maybe my relationship isn't what's right. Part of me still wants to stay. These are huge observations. Just the self observation to say, this is what I'm feeling, and this is where I'm at, and this is what I'm seeing moving forward. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Labeling it, being excited about it, and looking at it with not every time we process are we going to get to this is the full thing. Being able to acknowledge I'm not sure is a huge thing as well. Is a huge thing as well. Yes, yes, yes. Some big themes that I saw coming up. My elements are pretty balanced, but I have very little cardinal energy in my chart. That is a beautiful lens. And I'm so glad that you really integrated that, because that's saying like whatever is missing could be elemental, it could be the sign, it could be the gender, it could be the polarity, it could be any of those things. Whatever is missing, that's going to be the medicine. That's going to be it. Like that's so beautiful to say. And that I love that reality because it makes so much sense to say what's missing can kind of feel like, am I allowed to do this? Am I allowed to step into a cardinal position? Am I allowed to be upfront? Yes. I love how supportive this group is. I really, really do. I really, really do. There have been a few shifts and changes that you might have noticed. I posted about how that's because I do tarot readings pretty much every single Monday. I am redirecting the tarot and dragon oracle reading, and it's going to be in my membership group now. So if anyone had any questions about that or the themes that came up, I wanted to honor that here. I really took a lot of what everyone had said last week about what they really liked about the cafe, what they were taking to it, and really honoring the request for more channeled messages. So one of the things that I'm going to be integrating is every Friday, I'm going to be doing a collective channel message that's completely donation based, resonates with you. Donations keep the cafe open. Oh my God, I totally forgot to put the donation link in here. That I always forget to do these little things. And then my guides are like, Sarah, it's what keeps the cafe open. So I appreciate every single one of you for being here. And what I have integrated is doing a monthly at the top of the month, a blessing, a prayer, a meditation for all of my donators, the ones, whether you're donating once a month, whether you've donated once, you're doing monthly subscriptions to my members. I'm doing a whole prayer for all of you and some gratitudes because this entire cafe is not possible without your generosity, without your donations. So every little bit is so appreciated and donations. So thank you so much to every single one of you. But it's been a lot of shifts and changes. And I think one of the most important things is about some healthy ego integration. I think that that's something that I talked about with my members that's going to be coming up for July is really reminding us that all of the retrograde planets, like we talked about that in the video, like let's all go retrograde. Every single retrograde that comes in July is in a fire sign. It's in a fire sign. So 3 of them are gonna be in Aries, and Mercury retrograde is going to be in Leo. So a little bit of healthy ego integration is definitely gonna be important for this community. It's not about saying like, "Ooh, I have to check my ego," or, "Ooh, is this me? Is this me? Is this me?" You'll know if it's you, but a lot of what I would love for us to integrate is love. What are we proud of? What are we doing well? Our brain is naturally gonna tell us, like, "You could do this better, you could do this better, you could do this better, you just cafe. You are a leader, you are working forward, you are doing things in your life. Labeling what you're doing well and labeling some healthy ego integration is going to be really important for us. Let's see what collective message that we have for today. What could this group really benefit from seeing? What messages? Oh boy, I love it. I love it. I love it. We're seeing a lot of this. We're seeing a lot of this. We talked about that. Positive self-talk, huge. I've been having a difficult time discerning between deserved rests, quitting what isn't meant for me at a time, and complacency. The perfectionism you're talking about is really fitting. Amara, that is huge. That is huge awareness. It really is. And it really speaks to what I forget if it was the July video or if it was the Mercury retrograde video, where in Mercury retrograde, we're going to see, and we have been seeing a lot of those false prophets, if you will. And I talk in depth about this, so I really don't want to be judgmental. It's really saying that a light worker is a light worker is a light worker. So if someone is shining light on something, whether their ego is involved or not, has nothing to do with it. It's a real, I have a lot of gratitude for those that have been pegged as false prophets because they're showing that integrity in your work, integrity and alignment in your practice as a leader, as a creative artist, or someone who speaks and preaches to others, you have to be able to speak from I statements. You have to. And so it really says when you are a leader, when you have that gumption, when you have, and sometimes fixity in your chart, it can speak to, how do I say, I see all this happening. Is that me? Or, we can get to a point where we're on a good roll, and then our body's like, you need to rest. And you're like, but I'm on a roll. I'm doing great. I got to keep going. I got to do this. Where maybe you're integrating a new level of awareness. Maybe your consciousness is going through a big Maz moment, and your body just needs that moment to rest and to really integrate that. And why we've labeled, it's that hustle culture, and a hustle culture survivor over here. I don't have this fully mastered. It's like sometimes I'm like at my desk, I'm like, one more blog, one more article. It's like, rest, child, go talk to the trees. Yes. 1941 to 1949. You are right. Yes, you are right. It's not something, this is, I want to. Cards seem to say to me, believe in the foundations you set for yourself. Don't worry about future devastation. Concentrate on the foundation's grounding. I love that so much. I love that so much. And this can really parlay into the past experiences, because there are a lot of other channelers and astrologers like Pam Gregory, for example, that really speaks to we can save the world. It really speaks to where you put your awareness is what you're going to be creating. So we did touch upon this a little bit, whereas right here and now. Like right now, there's a lawnmower or something going off out there. I'm speaking to you live across time and space. I have tarot cards in my hand. Sybil's resting over there, and I have, my books and this in front of me. So when we're going into a lot of air, when we're going into a space of this happened in the past, we forget to add the lens of the human collective awakening. We forget to add the lens of leadership. We forget to add the lens of sovereignty, to say, that's not my reality. I'm not going to participate in that. You get to choose. And that's a personal belief and perspective of mine. It's really, if I have things that are in my room that are right in front of me, I can choose to say, I'm going to allow that into my reality or not. I believe that this community, these self-led leaders, are the light workers of this world. And I believe that we can absolutely shift it with our perspective. I believe we can absolutely shift it with our hearts, with coming together in love and acceptance and wonder. So that's where I stand. And I believe that there's a book that I really wanted to. So literal, yes. I'm not wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes. 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 So I was reading this. It's one of my first transit books I got at a Barnes and Noble. It was so good. Transiting Uranus and Gemini. Let's see. Previous transits of Uranus and Gemini have seen revolutionary advances in technology and transportation, both ruled by the sign. Gemini also rules communication and neighborhoods. And in the post war United States, the emergence of suburbs created an automobile culture, disrupting existing communities and led to a more isolated and fragmented society. This is important. Gemini is one of the signs associated with the mind, and radical ideologies can prosper while Uranus transits here. It's something that is coming up in my practice and something that I'm definitely talking about with my members this week. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Wonderful. It's fully about saying, these are my values. This is my belief system. This is what my reality is. And that dictates everything about it. That dictates my practice. That dictates all different things. It's something that was really coming up, and I'll have a video that's posting tomorrow about it, just a little short one, about sovereignty and radical self-responsibility and being a leader in your life seeps itself into my practice. And that's something that is so okie dokie, that I have client sessions that are so multifaceted. They're in two different worlds where we're efficiently unpacking, like, wow, this big thing happened to me. And I'm holding the container for that process. At the same time, my clients are saying, okay, well, how do I integrate this? How can I learn about this Chiron placement? How can I learn about this? What does this mean in my chart? How do I utilize this? How can I shape that into a creative expression? How can I move forward with that? So yes, I would be doing you a disservice to say the whole thing's crumbling. But it's a really wonderful analogy. And again, I'll highlight the work of Pam Gregory. I love the way that she speaks to this. Whereas when you buy a house, you buy land, you buy property, and you have to break down the old house. This is the matrix. This is what isn't working for us. We have to bust down the old paradigm before we have space to build the new. So if you're seeing crumbling happening, ground, come back to your body, come back to your breath. Hug the tree. I'm not even kidding. Go hug a tree and get into the dirt. Ask yourself, what's in my control? What's outside of my control? Our mindset is the only thing that can never be taken from us. So how you view this ever-changing world and what you choose to put your focus on, that is going to change your whole paradigm, your whole life. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Allowing yourself to find something new to, yeah, with all of this air, what do we love? What are we interested in? How are we educating ourselves? What role do we want to play in this ever-changing world? What labels do we have for ourselves in a sense of this is what I value? What are our values? If our belief systems dictate our values in the way we do business in this world, then what are our belief systems? It's okay to have those. But if we know that this real beautiful, big lightning bolt galactic awakening energy planet is going into Gemini, how can we ground? How can we prepare for that? How can we get ready and get excited for it? You know me, I get excited for things all the time. Like even when I was homeless, I was excited about just breathing and having fingers and toes. So it can be hard to rain on your parade when you have the mindset of gratitude. Ooh, tell me more about that. Yes, exactly. Yes, beautiful. That's beautiful, Mara. I love it. The cross of the sleeping phoenix. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That's a beautiful thing. And I love how Venus, because I can speak to this week. Yes, Jonathan, I love this. Do what you do. Do what you would be doing if you weren't getting paid. You said that, Sarah, and totally resonates. Find your joy and your bliss and your wonder and your magic. It will lead you to what it is that you're meant to do on this planet. I promise you that. This, like, I did. I took a little behind the scenes video of me just like doing a happy dance this morning. I was like, Venus is leading the way for Gemini this month and going when Uranus goes into go. It was just such a it was a moment. It was a moment. When you find something out astrologically and something just clicks and you're like, oh, if I lead with love, no matter, everything's going to be okay. Be the change of the world that I want to see. It's going to be okay. It is going to be okay. It is going to be okay. We're all going to be okay. We're all doing great. We have access to technology. We have electricity. We have water and food. We're connecting across time and space. We have opposable thumbs. I can pick up my coffee cup, which is in a teacup, which is a Christmas teacup that I got at a thrift store last year. I can take a sip. I can put it down. When we go back to our gratitudes, it shifts everything because our brain is like this labeling machine. It's a history vault and it's trying to remember something. It's trying to label this. So I pick this up and your brain is like yellow, orange, maybe this color, maybe this color. I don't remember. What did she tell me? It's selenite. It's this. When you see something, your brain immediately wants to label it. So when you glitch your own matrix and you say, I'm grateful for my fingers and toes, and I'm grateful for this, and I'm grateful for this, then your brain is like, and this, and I'm grateful for this, and I'm grateful for simple. And your brain will start to pick up on that vibration of gratitude. So when you lead with that love vibration, when you lead with that frequency, but sometimes it's a little bit chugga chugga. Sometimes you got to get the pump working a little bit. Yes. 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 Oh, Jonathan, I am so grateful that these messages are integrating. The future isn't real, only the present. You said that and resonated because it helped me focus on present and what's in front of me. That is exactly it. That is exactly it. Tomorrow's not promised. Not a single one of us are absolutely going to like tomorrow is not real. Who we were even at the beginning of this live stream isn't real. Who we are right now, this moment, this embodiment, that's it. This is the only reality that we have. All time and space is happening in a multidimensional world right here and right now. Yes. And really differentiating between do I have control over this or do I not have control over this? What do I have control over and how can I view that? Are there action steps that need to be taken right now to make me feel better? Do I need to ground? When was the last time I had a sip of water? What is it that I can do now? And always remember the world is going to world. So when you take that moment to close the computer, to turn off the phone, to just be within your space, sometimes like I love a good rage clean, and I talk about that a bunch. But cleaning can be one of the best, most spiritual things to do for anxiety. When we feel all of the energies of the outside world, we say, I can't control any of this, but I can clean this toilet. I can't control any of this, but I can do the dishes that are in the sink. I can dance while I do it. This is what I do have control over. Yes, 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 yes. I really love this. Yes, 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 the feng shui. I love a good feng shui map. I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. So this to me, I love this. I love this. I love this. We're taking responsibility for our own selves and our own lives and our own paradigms, and that's what I really love about us. There is a reference book that I really loved that speaks to the King of Pentacles reversed as turning away from, how do I say? It's like not looking at things in the pentacle way, but looking at things as the emotional or the spiritual way. So going inward. And I love this. You can put the sticks in front of you or you can put them behind you. It's completely up to you. We can repeat similar mental patterns or we can choose to move on. And we can say, what is fully integrated? My favorite question, my favorite three questions. What did I do well in the last cycle? What did I not do so well? What can I improve upon? And what is fully integrated? It's okay for something to be fully integrated. It is so okay. The car steam. Ooh, a car scream. That hits so much better. That hits so much better. I was like, "Steam in the car? You're cleaning, girl." And I'm like, pillow scream, car scream. I love this. Yes. How do you recognize when something is fully integrated? Amara, that is a really great question. And I feel like it really depends on what it is that you're working on. So I would say, I want to be specific with my words. We can use a practical example, which is, you have a past relationship and you break up with someone and you're feeling all of the emotions and you thought about them every day and you really process like every day you were feeling the emotions, you're waking up and you were thinking about them, or you were going like, did I say this right, or what could I have done differently, and all of these things. And then enough time has passed, could be short, could be long, where it's not in the front, it's not right here. It's not something that is completely running the ship. It's not, I wake up in a sweat and I think about it. It's not, I heard something the other day, I think it was a Chris Williamson, which he was like, what you think about in the shower is like, that's something that you care about. Like, that is what you care about in this world. So when you're in those precious moments of quiet and you're worrying and you're ruminating on something, and you're like, oh, or if it's, a habit, whereas when you're integrating a habit, maybe it's you're doing 30, 60, 90 days, or you're doing a Mars cycle or a moon cycle, and every day you have to like think about it. I'm kind of thinking of like doing core work and stuff. We talked about that a little bit ago, where it's like, okay, I have to do it. It's on the calendar, so I have to do it. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm doing it without even thinking about it. Thanks. Almost always in retrospect. Yeah, I totally agree with that, Susanna. Yes. So automatically, like breaking a bad habit. You wanna smoke instead of chewing. Chewing gum changed the behavior. Yes. Yes, exactly. You notice it on the side of the road as you're passing it. I agree 100% with what the 2 of you are saying right now. It really happens in hindsight. It really happens when you're like, "Oh, I haven't worried about that thing." Or you're changing a pattern of self-love, and maybe you had a little sticker, a little Post-it on the mirror that was like, "I love you, you're worthy, you're valued." But then you just, like, walk by a mirror randomly at the mall, and you're like, "Look at you, gorgeous." And it wasn't like, "Oh, I don't like this. I don't like," you were like, "Oh, stop it." And you're like, "Oh, wow, I really got to that unconscious subconscious program. I really rewired that sucker." Yeah. Yes. Yes, exactly, Jonathan. I agree with that. It's focusing on that new habit and really defining what it is. That's something that I had a subscriber ask. I wrote a blog about it, which when they were like, how do I say? Spiritual practices can sometimes be overwhelming. And they ask for what are practical tools to really integrate them, or like how do you kind of like not hate yourself as you're going? Pick one practice, pick one thing and say, I'm going to do this one thing for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, a Mars cycle, however you want to work with it, depending on what it is. I'll find it was my last blog that I just did. So I'll put the link for that in the description. But one of the most, and this is the heart of my Awakened Mastery program, it's like the heart of every little bit of what I do and why we integrate leadership and personal growth in, is that if we've got 30 different things that we're trying to integrate and we're doing them all at the same time, it's rare that all of those things will stick. If you pick one thing, I want to drink more water every day. I want to get to know my Chiron placement. I want to meditate every day. I want to get into nature. I want to eat more, healthy proteins or more fresh vegetables. I want to integrate, a date night with my future partner once a week, once or twice a week. Pick one thing. Pick one thing that you want to integrate, that you want to work on, and focus just on that. So then, Amara, by the end of that cycle, you'll know because it'll be like, oh, this is a part of my day to day. This is a part of everything that I do. Awesome. 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 Yes. Yes. Celebrating the reps and sets. My favorite phrase. My favorite phrase. Yes. Jonathan, that's beautiful. It's not like a bang. It's not like a bang. It's not like this big one of all of these, like, oh, ta-da, it's there. But it really does speak to, that's why I love giving containers. That's why I love saying, give it a Mars cycle. Like Mars has been in Virgo for a little while. Mars is going to leave Virgo, it'll go into Libra. So working with like a very action-oriented planet, and it's, part of my Mastering Mars program. So I'll advocate for all of my programs because I have tons of deep dives for you on this work and companions to really go with you during these processes. But to say, okay, what is the habit I want to shift? What is it that I want to change? What is it I want to integrate, or what is it that I want to let go of? Identify it and then say, okay, this is the container that I'm going to work on it with. At the end of that container, like Susanna was saying, celebrate it. Like Jonathan said, give it those reps and sets. 100%. But you have to celebrate what you did accomplish and then say, okay, what's the next season going to be? What's the next cycle going to be? And what is it that I'm going to integrate there? Like for each new thing with moon cycles, use horoscope. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not really sure what I want to integrate though. There's a lot of back and forth between overwhelming gratitude for what I already have and this feeling that I'm missing something. Amara, this could be a huge moment. I love that. This could be a time of really, maybe you want to integrate a session to sit and channel with your guides, whatever that means to you. Or say, I want to integrate, time for creative expression. And then it's that time block. So you say, I'm going to be creative 3 times a week, once a day, or I'm going to sit with my guides once a day, 3 times a week, whatever it may be. Yes, 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 yes. And really sitting with that and saying, what are these new downloads? If there's confusion, it's very well possible that that it is an upgrade, that it is a new integration, that you are getting a new clairsense that's being put into your body from the perspective of the cafe and the work that I do. So giving yourself the time to sit with that presence and integrate it and ask for clarity. Ask your higher self for clarity. Yes, yes. Monthly cycles are so helpful. Having like really giving yourself this, why I love Mondays and a good fresh start because we have weekly cycles that we can flow with. Feminines, we have our flow cycles we can flow with. We have the moon cycles that we can flow with. It's definitely, and I think in Mastering Mars, it was the Sagittarius and Sag Mars placements definitely that are super duper rocked by, and Mars in the ninth house that are super duper rocked by full moon. So like letting that be something that was super niche. That's not going to be everybody, but giving yourself, and as well, because divine feminines have flow cycles, divine masculine, use the moon cycle. Manifest once a month, release once a month. Manifest once a month, release once a month. It's beautiful. Yes. My Scorpio rising sees yours. I see you. Yes. It can be exhausting. And that's why really choosing one thing is helpful. And even if it's giving yourself a container that's once a week, 3 times a week, it doesn't have to be a daily thing, but just set the container to say, once a week, I'm going to sit with my guides. My intention is to really figure out this clarity, like what is going on. And then I'm going to go live the rest of my life. So when we integrate it into our life, it doesn't matter what size container it is. I've had some of the most profound meditations in less than 60 seconds, truly. Like there was a meditation that it was a year and a half ago or something, where one of my guides from my childhood literally had to leave and got up and left, and it was just like dissipated into the ether and like became stardust. And I was like completely bawling my eyes out. I was like, this is the most profound moment I've ever experienced. Less than 60 seconds of human life. So it doesn't have to be, I have to sit under the Bodhi tree every day and then I'll be enlightened. It's about saying, okay, I'm a busy gal, I'm a busy guy, I'm a busy person. So I got once a week to do this. And this is going to be the time. Guides, higher self, spirit team, like this is your bucket. So like fill it up, fill it up. Yes, yes, they could direct you in some areas of life maybe to explore. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my god, I love this. Mhm, 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 mhm. Yep, yep, yep. I'm so grateful for this space. What questions do you have for me? Let me check my notes. Something that talks about that. There's going to be a donation based channeling every Friday because I wanted to offer more channeled messages for this YouTube community, as well as August is big. So I have been channeling the Council of Nine since I first started channeling, and they've really asked for me to do a collective council gathering, a council meeting. So that's going to be launching in fully live. It's going to be over Zoom. It's going to be $11. That's going to be in August. I'm going to do July's as a preview so I can get used to doing the back end and stuff like that. So I'm going to offer that for free on YouTube. That will be completely donation based. So I'm very, very excited about that. I am so excited. Yes, yes, yes. The time on Friday, that's going to be just recorded. So I'm not sure what time I'm going to post that. I usually try to post at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I try my absolute best so I can get to everybody across the planet. Yes, yes. For the Council of Nines, no, it's going to be over Zoom. I'm going to have questions ahead of time. So there's not going to be a limit as to how many people can attend to that. It's going to be really, and if you have questions that you want to send, you can send them ahead of time. So it's really like purchase tickets. I'll send you the Zoom link, and it's going to include the follow up that you'll get the recording of it afterwards as well. So that's going to be, what did I say? The first Monday of every month at 1300 at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So next week's I'm going to record it. I'm going to try it out on Zoom. You know me with my technology. I'm trying my best, and I'm going to offer that for free on YouTube as donation based if any of that resonates. So you can get a little bit of that preview because it's going to be solely the Council of Nine. In other components to my work, I'm channeling all different, like the dragons, all different energies come in. And so this is a very, very specific request from the Council of Nine to really offer. A lot of this is so coded, it's very vibrational. And it's just like I say in the description of all my videos, it's like this is unlocking something within you. So if you have questions, if you are curious about different things, July is going to be a preview, and then that's going to go live in August. I'm so excited. I am so excited. It's really offering the thank you. I'm so grateful. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. My light language has started coming on. I'm so curious. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited. It is a very, very, very confusing thing when that happens. It is very like I'm speaking in tongues now all of a sudden. And I'm so excited and I'm so proud of you. It's just having the safe container. Light language is kind of like the English for galactics. It's the language of vibration and of frequency, and it can sound a little bit like gibberish. It sounds a little bit like speaking in tongues, but it's an encoded language that really just comes through in a very, very pure and wonderful way. And so it's all in my hands, though. That is so okie dokie. Go with that. If it's really going through, if it's really like let it flow. Let it flow. It's I'm feeling a call to share some and to share with the group. Is anyone interested in that? If you do not feel like you want to receive this, it will not touch you, it will not come for you. But absolutely, I feel like I would be happy to speak some right now. I'd be happy to offer a channeling of some light language for the group right here. And for anyone that is not interested in saying yes. Beautiful. So this is we'll sit for a few moments and we'll ground. I'll ground us together and then I'll bring us back together. Like I said, if you do not want to receive this, just that idea keeps it from you. You do not have to receive this. This is not doctrine. This is just me offering a little bit of a channeled message for the group and speaking some light language, and I'll show you with my hands a little bit about how that goes. So this it's so beautiful. I didn't expect this today. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's take some deep breaths together and just get into our body and just feel our fingers and toes. We're going to take a moment to connect our grounding cords deep into the ground, deep into the center of the earth, and know that we are safe and grounded and sovereign. We are safe to receive. The messages that come through are only of the highest and greatest good. Only of the white light of God resides in this space, in this voice box. No other energy is allowed. I welcome light language activation and healing for this group, what they could benefit and what they are welcoming to receive. Ritish kukatiano, rititia lashikatauno, lao tutushi pura tikiratia rototorio cortiono, lao tukushitatia purtitikitiara, raunto tushikuporitikia hanio no koposiara, lao tushukoportia cantono shia putatana, lao koto shipikiarintitiaroko, lao tushupukutiana cora. Laoto chushishikatia porantiana. There's a beautiful energy of white light really coming around and offering to work with your normal bubbling. Reminding yourself with the elemental medicine to go back to your sage and Palo Santo, go back to your crystals, go back to your chopwood carry water. Know that you are safe. Know that you are safe. Ritikishkua rititian koro pusho toriana, oroto shikaputiakona, yanto shiapikiana, toroto sho. Thank you to the energy and the frequency that came through. That channel is now closed. And we come back to our sovereign selves, only receiving what is meant for us, and the rest washes away like water. We are grounded, we are present, we are safe. Thank you. Take some water if you've got it. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. It was very strange when that started to shift in my own life and practice. And Susanna, it started with my hands. I would just be sitting there doing this at all times. Like I would just be sitting there and really allowing. Yes. Yes, beautiful. It's a lot of what when we're going into bumpy times and bumpy energies, we don't like I saw this post that was so cute where it was like when you're driving down a bumpy road, you don't get out of the car and abandon the car, you tighten your seatbelt. And so what is your seatbelt? What is your chopwood carry water? Make sure to really be grounding into your practice every day. It's yes, yes. I love that. Reiki symbol's gone crazy. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And it really reminds us that we are responsible and we are the leaders. We're the leaders that are stepping into this, that are sharing our gifts, that are getting to know our gifts, that are integrating these practices. It's intense to integrate these practices. And that's a lot of, you know, that same subscriber that she had asked about, sometimes I get overwhelmed with this. And she's like, what do we, could you speak to a little of people that start on this journey but then leave it? Because it's a lot to take radical personal responsibility, to stop blaming others, to stop giving power away to the outside world, and to say, wow, no one's coming to save me but me. That takes a lot. That takes a lot. Oh my goodness. Blessed moon. Oh, happy new month coming. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see you. It is so lovely to see you, Winter. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm so grateful for you. Did you just pop in or did you get the light language as well? Just so grateful for you. So grateful. Wow, that was 50 minutes. That flew by. Did I do Yes. My goodness. Definitely, I just did a light language offering for everyone, and I just like that like, you literally heard the call of the beacon and showed up right afterwards, so I'm just, like, definitely I would love for you to go back and enjoy that. I would love to offer that. I know. Yes. Oh, beautiful. Light language, very, very yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness, light language is so connected to Atlantis. It is just such a beautiful language and just such a beautiful way for us to really share in this galactic language in such a beautiful and just encompassing love-filled way. And really remembering with our practice, it's like we ground down together, we experience, and then we close the channel together. See how like it gets I've seen on my feed, and maybe that's not for you, that it's just very much like I'll scroll to a short or scroll to a reel and I'm like, "Oh my god, they're giving me this, they're giving me this," instead of saying, "This is an offering, would you like to receive it?" And then going into the thing. And so it's kind of finding our own integrity within this ever-changing, like, I've got 3.5 seconds to hook you type of a what practices strengthen channeling or bringing that ability in? Great question. For me personally, daily meditation and really having that grounding practice, getting used to my body and my breath, and then giving my guides a real space to come to. Like I have on my website, on the donation on the Pay What You Want page, a visual on meeting your higher self. That cafe table, that same visual, you can go watch, it's totally free. That is what I gave to every single guide. Whereas I'd be in meditation, I'd set a cafe table and then say, I want to talk to this guide, or I'm open to my divine guides coming to me. Now it's very, very pure and clean. And I have like the view of my guides tattooed on me the way that I see them. But that would be my best recommendation. And in either the toolbox or in one of the public playlists, I have a video on, connecting to interdimensionals. Safety is key. So having those grounding practices. And you can do this in ways where you can ask your dreams. You can say, I really want to talk to my ancestors in my dreams, but really giving it a voice and asking directly for what it is that you're keen for. Yes. Courage for the Angels of Atlantis. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. So, what was I going to say? Yes. August energy. I know we're going into July, but like August, like I had put together my workbook at the beginning of 2025 and I put the title for every single month. And July is let's all go retrograde. And August is just in parentheses, pop. And so I'm excited for that. You know me, effervescence, excited about everything. So really leaning into what is changing, what is coming up, where am I putting my attention, where is my energy going, all of these different types of things. And what's one thing that you're clearing out this month? What is one thing that, even if it's not fully integrated, but that you're really leaving behind? What's one thing that you're really leaving behind? For me, it's fear, definitely. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness, beautiful. Yes, Jonathan, creating art based on my guides. I love this. I love this. I love this. Keep creating, keep being artistic. I want a very creative, artistic world and allow it to come. Allow it to come. But what is one thing that you want to leave behind for the first half of the year? And you don't have to answer that now, but that could be something that you think about. This could be what you want to leave in June. But for me, it's 100% fear. If I judge myself for being where I am, that serves no one. If I don't lean into the fear of showing up as my most authentic self, nothing happens. So, really releasing fear, letting that be something that stays in 2025, and staying with my word and letting my word really mean something. Doubt, yes. Yes, questioning that I'm on the right path. Huge, Susanna, huge. I love that. I love that. Really sit with yourself and let it be. Focusing on others' actions, huge, Jonathan. Yes. Yes. Leaning into the confirmation that this group has given me specifically. So proud of all of you. So grateful for every single one of you. I'm so proud of you. It's when we have something that comes up be with it, sit with it, label it, identify it. Love you so hard. I just want to pinch your cheeks. Yes. Yes. Just so grateful for every single one of you. I'm just so, so freaking grateful. And I love this space. I love what's building. And I've recognized that by leaving fear behind, I'm leaning into my word being as honest and as specific as I can possibly label it as. And like I say in tomorrow's like I said in the recording that I already did, and I say in tomorrow's video, I speak a lot more openly about my practice and what my values really seep into my practice, and making sure that I stay within my alignment, that my leadership and my sovereignty and taking radical personal responsibility, it seeps into everything that I do. So I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't label that, if I didn't tell you exactly what it is that really is foundational pillars of my practice. Love you all so much. I'm so grateful. I'm so, so grateful. Yes. Yes. I think that's it. I think that's it. What questions do you have for me? How can I best support you this week? I'm so excited for this week. I'm going to have a all signs reading for Venus and Gemini. Right? It's beautiful. Time flies when we're really having a good time. Thank you, everyone. Please go like this live stream. Please share this. Please like the stream. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Have a good week, Brayden. It is so good to see you and so good to hear from you. I'm so grateful for you. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, that's huge. How I express anger is something I want to love on. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. I love everything about that. Yes. Love yourself as you are, where you are in this moment. You are so lovable. You are so lovable. And focusing on you and giving yourself the self-love that you deserve, it's so important. We can forget, especially as leaders, about self-love because we're always giving love to other people. So when is the time that we get the love? We don't have to play God. We don't have to omit ourselves from the unconditional love of the human race. You're allowed to be loved, and sometimes that self-love does have to come first. Yes. Yes. I love that phrase. It works the hardest to protect us. Be your own best friend. Oh, yes. Trying to think if there's anything else. I think we did it, y'all. I'm so grateful for you. If you have any questions, send them along. Nigel, when you're watching this later on, we need our song of the week. I'm so grateful. Love this one. Same. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. For anyone who's new, we go live on every Monday, 11 Eastern Standard Time. Please, yes, I hope he comes around. It's very late where Nigel lives, so sometimes he's not awake for the live streams. But when he goes back to watch, I want that song of the week. So thank you, everyone. I love you. I'm here to support you. Please share this with someone if you think they could benefit from it, whether it's from the light language all the way down to just taking radical personal responsibility. It's all about community and having people to share this journey with. So I love you. I see you. I honor you. I'll see you next week, or I'll see you in the membership cafe. I love you all so much. Bye.